Hi, I'm Juan Diaz. Today I'm gonna cover basic cake projection with Lightform. The workflow that we're gonna follow: sync layout, scan and mask, create surface, apply effects, test, refine, and export. This is how I lay out my scene. You can see the projector and you can see the cake right now. What I'm gonna do, I already connected to my system right here. And the first thing, I'm gonna try to narrow down the area where I want to track. Okay, so instead of getting the whole part completely, because it's only for the cake, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna change my mask. Right now I'm gonna do first the HDR. Actually, let's do the 3 exposures of the HDR, trying to get as much of information that I can get. And maybe noise reduction is gonna blur it out maybe a little bit, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna select only this area. When I go to the mask, where's my mask? There we go. Sorry, camera mask. Here we go. And I'm going and narrow the area what I wanted. So is this the area that I want to mask right now? That maybe to get a little bit closer. So every time that I click, I have a little bit closer area right there. Okay, and I'm gonna scan that one. Okay, let's see, I changed the noise reduction, smoothing. I'm gonna leave it like that. So scan. At this point he's scanning, doing the scannings and everything. This is the area, this is where the projector is right now, and you will see that it's just scanning different part of the, using all the different lines and everything to scan. Now there's a few issues in my that I'm gonna find, and some of the issues is that the cake is glossy, so it's kind of have a high gloss in that particular area, so that will create some issues, so I have to address those. It finished scanning. Okay, and this is what I have so far. Actually, it wasn't so bad. Okay, so now that I have the scanner ready, I can change a few of the feelings and things like that. So the whole feeling, everything looks a little bit, so I can increase a little bit more. Let's see if I can increase. Okay, but the whole feeling right there is fine. Edge 75, maybe a little bit right there. Down now for what we want to achieve, I think it's okay. Let's start creating some masking this area right there. Now right now this is the area, and I think it's gonna be like a 1080p, you know, the whole thing out there, because that's the output that we have. So I'm gonna select first, instead of selecting what we want, we're gonna go and start creating the different mask areas. Okay, so I think this area right here can be one area for masking. So I'm gonna use different tools for this one. So let's go for the mode. In this case, here we go, instead of a brush, let's go for cancel this area of the surface. Let's create first a rectangle. Okay, so from here all the way through here, create a small rectangle right there, and then I can drag the different lines and change it the way I want it. So it kind of be right here and all the way through here. Okay, now I think that's gonna be enough to help in that part. So I have one surface already created. Okay, and I can apply any information that I want for that one. So now if I go to the design and I go for the basics, so in this case let's go for different colors first, so we can see what we can achieve in this one. So I'm gonna scroll down. Let's see what I have in mind. Okay, let's put the water right there in that one, that area right there. I'm gonna preview so I can see it. I have to go to the other room because right now I'm about 10-15 feet away, I think, from the machine and everything. That's cool in some point because I can see it. So it's previewing right now. Let me publish right now. Let me see if how everything looks real quick. So at this point you can see it, how it looks so far. I'm gonna turn off the light, and of course it's gonna adjust a little bit. That might give you some issues in how the video is looking, but you can see that it's working at this from this position. Okay, now that I have my video working on this place, I can continue and add in more stuff. So this is the area right there from side to side. So let's create a new one, and in this case I'm gonna use the brush. Okay, so with the brush I'm gonna start brushing and creating another area right there. So I'm gonna continue with the brush. There we go, all the way to this side, and I'm using a mouse. Okay, I'm not using any different tool. I'm using a Mac, but I think in Windows it's gonna be the same. So right now I'm just passing from side to side right there. There we go, and I'm just using the brush to start to create the area that I want to project. So I have two pieces right there. Now I want to go and select other stuff and add in more information. Now I'm using a piece of cloth in the back, and this projector has enough information to bright everything up and to help you to set it up correctly. So right now you can see the projector. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create this area completely right here. Now this area here I'm gonna use something for different. So imagine that I creating the whole concept of like quinceañera, what we call, or 16 or something like that. Right now I'm gonna select again, and in this case I'm gonna use the pen tool, place with that, and I'm gonna continue with the pen tool. Now that I have this, I'm gonna add another one, and in this case let's do something completely different. So let's go for the stock assets right now, and I have some stock assets right here, so I'm gonna use some of them. Let me use this one right here, and I can insert it. There we go, and you have the assets right there, so you can preview, of course, to see it, but for myself I like to publish so I can see how it looks so far. Now that I have the third part, so I'm gonna create another surface, and this time I'm gonna do the same. So I'm gonna use again this tool right here, that is the pen tool. I like it much better than the other ones. To use a photo, I'm going again to the design. There we go, project assets. So I'm gonna click on project assets, and then I can choose a file and bring it. So Lightform would like to access, of course. I'm gonna leave in so I can access my files right here. You can see it right here, how much of the information is there. So right now I can change the scale. Okay, I can change the rotation, the width, and everything. He got some transforms right there. Okay, now you can see it with the latest change. So I changed the video so it goes down, show us a little more.